Welcome to the show both feared and revered by man and beast, the heliosblog. Today, Sneako, he has, kind of his closing thoughts after going to Saudi Arabia. Let's get into it.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
Also, this channel, Random Dawa, so doing really well. Even on BotTube, this video has 194, and it's just me, like, it wasn't even like a planned thing. It was just, a lot of these groups come for Umrah, and
Sorry, I'm not even sure what Umrah is. What's Umrah? Again, I'm not really... To visit a populated place. It's non-obligatory but important pilgrimage to Muslims to the holy city of Masjid al-Haram in Mecca. So there you go. That's what they're talking about, the pilgrimage. Okay.
Tamio was leading, like, just speaking to people, and then they let me stream it, and it turns into something to dawah that's really effective. So,
to myself to submit your will to Allah Azza wa Jalla. That's what all of the prophets done, and by way of that they are Muslims. Yani people who submitted, or prophets who submitted their will to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala.
Look at this fit, chat. Look at that. Look at me in the kufi and the thobe, looking good, right? Yeah, man. Halal, come man.
Wallah, Sheikh.
So Abu Tamia, we did this podcast together. It's right here. Oh, he also posted it. Look at that. Free views on
welcome.
BotTube.
This is the...
And I'm very happy. Oh, wow. Well, they cut out my rumble.com/sneak. Wow. They stole the video, but they cut out my watermark. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's fine.
Sounds like someone's channel here.
Okay, if you're going to steal my... Okay, well, he credited me in the description. But yeah, we did this great podcast, and it was really...
Although it's obvious I don't own the videos that I comment on. But anyway.
What a smart guy. I got the opportunity to speak to some really smart sheikhs when I was there. Chat! So I just came back from Umrah. I'm on my deen. And it's good to be back at desktop. Just came back from Umrah. Shout out to all the Muslims in the chat. Come on.
And he immediately goes back to being a degenerate American. Is that funny, or is that intentionally supposed to be ironic, or what?
Oh, man. Stop saying prophet, Sneako. There's only one prophet, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The prophet Muhammad, man. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar, everybody. I know it's not Friday, but who went to prayer today? Shout out to the Muslims. I went for Zuhr prayer, making sure that I stay on my deen, because I want to cut out a haram. I'm on my deen.
Wow. I mean, it's not even what's it called? It's not even subtle, guys. This how fake this is.
Umrah Sneako's in the building.
Very non-degenerate. Very non-degenerate human being.
Umrah Sneako's in the building. I did the 7 circles around the Kaaba, man. And I ran back and forth between the mountains. Just like the wife of Abraham did. And I feel completely refreshed, I'm not gonna lie. It's I really needed it. My aura. Chad, do you see, can you sense the bald aura? Gideon was right, being bald is powers. I don't know what it is. But I feel like a new man. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm completely rejuvenated. I really feel like my soul took a shower, and I'm gonna make a video on this. So I do want to talk a lot about Umrah, because it was quite the experience. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know we joke and stuff like that too, but for the Muslims watching, I highly recommend. Type of 1 if you guys have done it. Type of 1 if you guys have went on for the Muslims, if you went on an Umrah trip. It's a privilege to go, and I wanted to go.
It's not a trip. It's a pilgrimage, according to Google.
For a long time, ever since I read the Malcolm X autobiography, I always wanted to go. Well, I wanted to go for Hajj specifically, but I always wanted to go visit Mecca and also the holy city of Medina. So alhamdulillah, mashallah, I feel much better. Allahu Akbar. But I'm going to be honest, bro. I'm going to be honest.
Allahu Akbar!
Before I went, look at the ones. You got a lot of Umrah people in here. A lot of Umrah people in here. Inshallah, all of you will be able to go too, and maybe I'll see you in Hajj. I saw a lot of you there. So many people. I saw so many of the love speech schizos. I saw you guys in Medina and Mecca, so shout out to everybody that I met there. And it really made me appreciative of all the people that I've met over the years.
Oh, actually, what was it? One of the comments said that the videos are too loud. Okay, here, I'll turn it down. Sorry.
Shout out to everybody that came to that London meetup 2 years ago.
Here you
last year, everybody
Hopefully,
in Athens.
hopefully this helps to stabilize the volume. Just let me know in the comments if I have the right balance now.
I really enjoyed meeting you guys, and it was I really needed to go. And so what I do want to talk about before I just get into the reactions is you can't be saved by any man. No man is going to save you. There's a certain there's a spiritual awakening happening. Chat, do you guys see it?
No, it looks like a lie to me, but okay.
You guys see it? And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you're supposed to talk about it. Like, you're not supposed to tell a birthday wish after you brought the candles, but that's a pagan ritual anyway. All these holidays are pagan, I'm gonna be honest. So the only holiday we should be celebrating is Eid. But I made dua for you guys. I made a lot of dua for you guys when I was around the Kaaba. Apparently the words are 100,000 times stronger when you're praying in Mecca. And every single prayer, I did almost 5 prayers almost every single day, wallahi. And especially when you're doing the 7 circles around the Kaaba, you're supposed to make a lot of prayers for people that you care about. And chat, you guys were my prayers. You guys were the people I was thinking about. A lot of the times I was praying for everybody that watches my streams and watches my videos, for the Love Speech community, for the people in the chat and the comments, for anybody that has watched my videos or will watch my videos. I pray that I
Yes, it's really funny because Rhoda Tomasi said it best. He said a lot of these RP guys who say they're RP, they pivot into religion. Well, here it is. He just didn't pivot into Christianity, which is the most common way. He pivoted to Islam.
Prayed that I was going to have the right influence, that I was going to give the right message to my audience, that I was going to be able to seek truth through funny, spread truth, that I was going to be able to motivate, be inspirational, and leave all the people watching my streams with something positive. And that you watch this and you feel better afterwards. That's what I prayed for quite a bit. I think that's what came in my, that's what was in my head pretty frequently. So wanted you guys to know that so that you feel. So just keep me in your dua. Even if you're, if you're not Muslim, if you're Christian, if you're anything, just return me the favor. Next time you pray, think about your boy Sneaky. Think about Bald Coat. Think about Late Coat Chinko. Okay? Jesus is king. We love Jesus. Jesus is the Messiah. He's going to come back. I don't know about he's God. What's funny too? Judean
Wow.
was saying that he was mad that I said Jesus was a Muslim. Christians watching, if Jesus wasn't a Muslim, what was he? Was he a Jew? If Jesus was a Jew, then your God is Jewish. Muslim means you serve God. Muslim means that you're a slave to Allah. That you serve God. That's what that means. That's the definition. Islam is one who is monotheism, is serving God. So, okay, Jesus Christ is a Christian? Bombaka! So Jesus was wearing a cross? Jesus did the sign of the cross? That doesn't make sense. The sign of the cross started when he died. Apparently, you guys, I don't believe he died personally. I think he rose. Islam came after Christianity? Yeah. But that doesn't mean that he couldn't be a Muslim, and all the prophets, peace be upon him.
Oh my Lord. He's just saying exactly what the guy who he was with in the car said. The guy with I don't remember his name. The guy with the red and white checkered headscarf.
All of them were Muslim, but we'll get into that. I've been back for not even one day. And I miss Mecca. Mecca, there's absolutely no haram. For a week straight, I didn't listen to music. I didn't curse. I prayed 5 times a day, got extra rewards. I didn't leave. All the women are covered in Mecca. Do you realize what it's like? For the people that live in the Middle East, if you got any Arab people in here, say one and say where you're from. Because being around modestly dressed women, being around an environment where everybody's peaceful for so long, just there to pray in the holy city is so refreshing. I didn't have to even that when I look at a girl's eyes, I would immediately look away. See, it's like having it's like a dopamine detoxing on people. There was no arguing, there was no fighting, and especially women were covered. Somalia, Egypt, Iraq, Morocco. Look at you guys, Qatar. I want to visit Qatar soon. All of them were covered. I was around modestly dressed women for so
That would probably be a positive for society, but
so long. And I come back to the gym here, and I had a great workout today. Geez, if you went to the gym, I'm feeling great. Before, I'm going to be honest, even though you're not supposed to confess your sins in Islam, I'm going to be honest because you guys are my friends. So I was committing a lot of haram before Umrah. I was. There were 3 months. I'm going to be completely honest right now. When I reverted to Islam, I went immediately sober. I quit alcohol for 3 months straight. I was really on my deen. I wasn't missing prayer, stuff like that. And then before Umrah, bro, I was waking up at 7 p.m. I was not really going to the gym, and I started doing things again that I had previously quit.
That's because he is. It starts with an A.
And then I was just unmotivated. I wasn't like disciplined at all.
Again, like it seems to me like Sneako is just addicted to dopamine and validation, right? What do people think of me? How will people react to me? Like it's, and it was obvious even in when he was on his Hajj. I hope I used the right word there.
Mental wasn't right. I didn't want to get out of bed. That's why I was barely.
Hajj means pilgrimage, right? Okay, sorry. Let me look it up. No, he was on his Umrah. Sorry. What's Hajj? Let me look at Hajj here. Annual Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca. Hajj is a mandatory religious duty for Muslims. There you go.
Barely streaming. It wasn't good for about a week or two, and I didn't have any faith. Like I had stopped going to Jummah for like probably 2 weeks. On time at least. It wasn't the same. So I was really looking forward to this trip to Saudi. And then in Saudi, it's like I didn't listen to music at all. Obviously, there's no alcohol in the holy cities. There's like, not really glancing at women, didn't watch porn, didn't even like, barely even looked at a girl. Even when I looked at a girl's eyes, I was like, I was looking at a girl's eyes and like, whoa, her eyelid. I was looking at her. I fell in love with Lily Lee's. That's how.
Hilarious. But anyway. Yeah, it's like the prodigal son story, and everyone wants to believe it. Yeah, okay, I'll believe it when I see it.
Little of a woman you could see, and it was just halal completely. No zina, no nothing. Okay, nothing. And then I come back here, go to the gym because I'm feeling good. When you pray regularly, you have so much more energy. You are way more energized. All I wanted to do, like before, it wasn't really even the sinning. It was just sleeping all day. I was just sleeping so much.
Means depression.
Ever since I came back from Japan. But when you pray regularly, you have more energy. You feel more.
It's not a surprise that Sneako has problems with depression when he's obsessed with what other people think of him, right? You will never meet the expectations of everyone around you. That's how life works. Like, if you're totally motivated by other people's opinion of you, you'll be miserable forever, right? Because, like, there will always be somebody you're upsetting with what you do.
Awake, you feel more focused, you have more of a sense of purpose, you know exactly what you're supposed to do. So I highly recommend prayer for everybody. They always talk about how going to the gym is important, and saying working hard, doing this. I highly recommend prayer, but you really need to have faith in order to do it. You need to have faith in order to pray regularly. And then I come back here.
Sneako just, wherever the breeze blows, that's what Sneako follows. He has zero actually, you know what it reminds me of? It's possible he actually does have borderline personality disorder. He like blurs the lines between like having a personality and just mirroring the personality of those around him. It's possible he doesn't actually have a real personality. It's just whatever whatever is in fashion at the time, that's his personality. He has no real personality of his own, no real frame of his own. Anyway, I'll look for the clues now that it's struck me. It's very rare for men to have it, but it can happen.
I go to the gym, box, had a great boxing session today. Imagine like you go for like 8-9 days and you haven't even seen like the burqa doesn't even imprint on the eye. It's just cloak. It's just like the women are just floating cloaks. They look like ghosts. Women are ghosts. And then you come here and I'm just like I'm walking, I'm so like, it's like dopamine detoxing and then being plunged fully back into it. I was taking methadone. I wasn't even on methadone. I was completely sober, and now it's heroin everywhere I look. But it's difficult. It's really, and that was literally like 2 hours after prayer. It's so difficult. It's so difficult to just ignore it all.
It's the land of sin, Sneako.
And completely lower your gaze. Don't expose your sins. I'm not exposing my sin. I didn't sin, but I could have done better. I wish I could have just like, nope. I wish I have a burqa for my eyes. Lowering your gaze is such a powerful aspect of Islam. And also they respect the fact that men are visual creatures. So let's cover up the women. Cover up the women. The women are modest. They don't need to. Women, they don't even go to the same gyms in Saudi. There's no free mixing allowed. Even when you go to get Zamzam water, when you go to drink some water, the women have their own section, like it's civil rights, like the black section. The women go drink at the colored people fountain, and the men go over here. They pray. You go pray separately, because when you prostrate, is that the word? When you perform sujood.
Yes, prostrate is the word. That's the word for bowing.
Like you don't want to be around that. You don't want to be distracted. They understand the fact that men are visual creatures.
That's actually smart. Yeah.
Here in the West, they're like, why can't I just walk around with tape on my? Because I'm gonna look. Because
literally.
I'm gonna, if I see that. But when you see the floating black ghost cloak, women walking around, you can't even see their legs move up and down because they're just, they look like Harry Potter under the invisible cloak.
It's easy not to be tempted, right? It's funny, right? Because it kind of is disrespectful of men to say that they're visual creatures and they can't control themselves. But ultimately, we are ruled by our evolutionary impulses, right? So, it is a good idea, right? But it's funny because they say that the backward societies do this, right? But actually, the societies that have had the most success in human history have always put restraints on women's hypergamy. And I mean, we'll see, right? If you look at a video, right, of Qatar now, malls in Qatar, they're clean and beautiful and white, people walking in the malls happy. It's what America used to look like. So, whereas now America is dirty and like it looks old, it looks dated. There's a reason for that. It's not by accident. Civilizations rise and fall, and in the modern age it's faster than it's ever been in human history. So it's interesting to see the fall of a civilization before your eyes. But there it is.
Immediately remind yourself, women need to be protected and respected. These are our sisters. It's not my wife. It's not my wife. It's not my wife. And then here, like, they're just like, I'm just trying to, like, I'm going on a run, like on the treadmill warming up. And the girls are just like squatting. It's as if there's no clothes. It's like if she's naked, but there's like a red, like a pink thing right there. But she's still naked. How is this so normal? Do you really need to wear that to squat?
No.
They do it purposely? Yeah, I know. Well, it's also really normalized too. Why can't I wear it? You know, like women in the...
Yeah, and soon it'll be a belt. It won't even be a, it'll be even less modest.
Wes will say things like, twerking it's a spiritual... Yeah, all right. Say that in Saudi. Tell me in Saudi that twerking it's a spiritual practice. Yeah, is it? Beheaded. Sing! Breasts aren't even sexual. Men just make them sexual.
Okay. Yeah, that's not actually true. They're there precisely for that purpose, right? Anyway. I mean, technically speaking, they're not for reproduction, they're for what comes after, but that makes them directly related to reproduction, doesn't it?
I want to go back. Inshallah, I'm going to go back to the Middle East and live there. I love the Arabic world so much. Shout out to Morocco. It first opened my eyes to the Arabic world. And then I love Saudi Arabia so much. I want to go to Qatar. I want to go to Kuwait. Dubai I like, but this is different. This is like the Morocco and Saudi so far. Like, I got a real sense of the Arabic world. The best hospitality I've ever seen in my life. I highly recommend you guys go there. Allahu Akbar! The only thing that's going to be able to fix you and then keep you is faith. If you had to wake up at 5 a.m. for Fajr every day, then you're not going to wake up at 7 and gamble. You got to be up. You got to be up in time with the sun. You need it. That's the fix. It's better than therapy. It's better than drugs. It's a better fix for your mental health than.
Well, yeah. I mean, therapy. What is it actually meant to do? It's meant to be a self-correction, right? They give you tips for how to self-correct your bad behavior, the behavior that makes your life miserable. You can go to a therapist every single day. If you don't change any behaviors or any thought patterns, nothing changes, right? This thing that he's talking about where you pray 5 times a day and you wake up at a normal time and so on, that, what it does for you is it puts you in an actual good routine and not wasting most of your time, right?
The gym. You need God. If you have Islam, like, you don't have time to be depressed. There's no time to be depressed with Allah. Allah Akbar!
Okay, Sneako.
That's the last fix in your life. You need God. You need Islam. You need
literally just like Grifter garbage. But okay, Sneako.
You need to pray 5 times a day. You need to cut out all the everything that's destroying your mental health. Worshipping celebrities, alcohol, gambling, no honor, respect, like, all those things are fixed with Islam. That's why all those things that are corrupting the minds of celebrities every single day, and famous people, rich people, that's corrupting them and making them soulless. That's why there's a spiritual awakening. It's all fixed within Islam. You lose your ego. You lose your sense of self, worshiping the self. You don't worship idols. You don't worship celebrities. You're not drinking all the time. You're not, none of that. Because the most important...
Sneako's just a guy that got too much too fast, right? He got too many resources at too young an age, and he just allowed his, animal wants to take control of him, effectively. Okay.
Thing is serving God. It honestly is the fix. Whoever turns away from my remembrance indeed, he will have a depressed life. Wow. It's almost like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was right about pretty much everything. It's almost like what was written in the Quran by God 1400.
It's really funny, right, that Sneako would say this. Very, very funny. Because, like, he's still doing it. He's just saying he's not doing it. I'm sure there's a line somewhere that says, in actions, not in words. But anyway, let's continue.
100 years ago. It's all coming, it's all being prophesized. Free Palestine chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all I listened to for a week straight was Nasheed. My favorite one is, I want to play real quick. I'm going to play real quick. Because I actually want to use it. Chat, you're seeing a sneak peek of my video. I want to use this one. I didn't even lose my temper. Usually I have a really short temper. Today I was like setting up my monitors and it was like the things weren't working and I had to get a screwdriver and I didn't have one. I was like, and that's because like right before I was listening to music, my brain was off. But for like a week or however long I was in Medina and Mecca, I didn't lose my temper once. I didn't have the desire to do anything haram. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't yell. I didn't get angry. Even when I had an unpure thought, like when the elevator would take too long, I would just say, subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah. I would just remember, like, just take a deep breath. Like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. This is my favorite one.
Oh, no, I'm going to get copyrighted. Okay. He just plays a song now. All right. Let's find another video here. Back to Sneako here. Okay, let's see this. Sneako reacts to Neon.
Hey, it's a day I resigned from being a Muslim. I'm a new man. I'm a new man.
Okay, well, he
disaster.
Officially sold his soul if this is true. This is one of the biggest sins. It's too bad. You can't really believe a lot of what he says, but even
oh, the irony of Sneako saying that.
Joking about this is insane. And this is coming from a revert. He was born with Islam. So to leave his culture, leave his faith behind for clout, for fame, for parties, to be in a relationship with an online prostitute, it's...
oh, lordy lord.
It's a shame. And I tried. I tried with a lot of these people, but what's going to happen is he's going to get, if he follows down this path of chasing fame and validation and...
Oh, the irony of Sneako saying this. Very, very ironic.
Money for at whatever cost, he's going to become extremely depressed. They said it. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said it himself. Those who leave will have a depressed life. And so You know, he might have temporary fame now, but it's all fake. That's one thing I really realized during Umrah, is that fame isn't really even real. It comes and goes like that. You know, especially
Right.
with the nature of IRL streaming and the attention economy that we're in. It's all just like whatever's popping now. People don't even really care about half the people that are popping on these kick streams or whatever. Most of these are botted views. I'm gonna be honest, like pretty much every single stream, if you name a streamer, they're botting views. Except me. Wallahi, I don't bot my views on Rumble. I don't think you can. But on Kick, they pretty much all are. Not only that, the people that watch a lot of these IRL streamers, they don't like them. They're not fans. They're not supporters. They don't resonate with anything. They actually just watch their streams, type of one if this is true, to see them get hurt. They're
That's very believable.
waiting until the moment where somebody goes up in public and socks them in the face. And they want to go, ha, ha, ha. They want to see you have a mental breakdown. They want to see the cops show up. They want to see you freak out and lose your mind. They're waiting for a moment. There's so many people that are hate watching these IRL streamers. It's sick. And so
for money, right? It's literally selling your soul for money. Okay, anyway. Let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all the notifications, drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian, Tom, and Bobby, Dylan, and Renaissance Press. Shoutouts to you, most recent donator. Thank you. My books can be bought at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Go to my Patreon, patreon.com/theheliosblog. If you'd like coaching, message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. I'll slot you right in. Thank you so much for listening, especially if you listen to the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.